Catherine, are you there? I don't hear you at the moment. That's a little unfortunate.
Oh, I think. Am I here?
There we go.
Okay. Hello.
You are looking resplendent as ever. I couldn't hear you for a second. No idea what the good people at home could hear. But if you can hear us now, welcome. Don't they look good? Look out there, Kate. They look fantastic. Particularly,
they look amazing.
Particularly you. And you know I'm talking to you. All right. Episode 216. We were trying to work out just before we came on air how many cumulative hours we have, and nobody could figure it out. But it's a lot now. It's a lot now. We're going to do a particular shout out to anybody who's ever binged the whole thing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Someone said that I once made fun of someone who did that. If you did that, you're incredible. All right, we're going to have a fun. By the way, the first thing to say is I realize we haven't broadcast quite as much over the last few weeks. So let's go through why that is. It's a little bit of because we're only human. And after the huge 3-hour live stream, I don't know about anybody else, but I was kind of like, I mean, I still work every day, but I just felt a bit like that for a while afterwards. And Kate was going to do a couple of shows because there's a special project I'm working on that we're going to reveal in a few weeks. But Kate got really busy with some testing, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Because you've been, I mean, you and your dad, who's one of our COO, but is a huge part of the engineering effort. People watching now, you have no idea what Kate and the team have been up to. The long story short is, we're just like right now sending out the biggest batch of MAGFAST products ever. It's all taken far too long, as we've admitted openly the whole time. But this is a kind of a really big batch, and just shortly before it went out, we found a problem. I'll tell you about that in just a minute after we do the setup. Please let's check down below. Like us on Facebook. Follow on Twitter, connect on LinkedIn. Oh, by the way, be careful, because if you're already on Facebook, Twitter, if you're already connected and you press the button the second time, you might unconnect.
Don't do that.
Only connect. You want to wind up subscribed and linked and connected and following.
Yep.
That. Yeah, the button's right under.
Yep.
So what do we got, Kate? Talk us through this. We got a couple of videos, yes?
Yeah, we have 2 videos today. One will be from the factory. It'll show, I mean, I don't want to give everything away, but it'll show like exciting stuff or packaging things, inspecting.
Yeah, I was going to say the title of the email we sent that brought you here, and thank you for coming today, by the way, says, beautifully packed, so let's unpack it. So the first video is just showing some of the kind of some of the final kind of packing. Mm-hmm. And then the second is showing some unpacking. We'll explain why we do unpacking in just a minute. Also coming up today, there's going to be the secret word. It's your chance to win $1,000 worth of electronics. You can choose from MAGFAST and other great brands, and Kate will be your guide in spending your loot, in pillaging your booty, if you're so fortunate as to win $1,000 worth of electronics. And it's a long list of folks now, right? I mean, we've done this every month for quite a while now.
A couple of years.
Job, Kate, looking after folks, favorite part of the job.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a lot of fun.
Certainly better than doing those videos with the old guy. All right, so let's get some of these videos up and running. So what's the first one, Kate?
The first one, we're going to show some footage from the factory where we are boxing up product.
All right, so let's roll this if we could, please, Philip and Amy. Thank you so much. So this is this was recorded just within the last 48 hours. Maybe take the volume down just a little bit so we can speak over it.
Yeah, there we
Here
go.
you can see. Well, what are we seeing here, Kate? We're seeing.
You can see extreme and jumpers, and that's the back of it. That's our labels, which will have fingerprint, Amazon transparency.
And actually, the thicker box, strangely, the biggest of those boxes is actually the jumper cables. It's a 6 centimeter box because they don't fit into the 4 centimeter box that Extreme is in.
Yep.
And then it looks like some of these labels look like they're floating in midair. So what's going on there? See, just in front of that.
That's our mini cables, our micro and lightning mini cable packaging. In the next video, we'll get a close up on that.
Closer look at that. Yeah. So the USB-Cs come fitted into Life in Extreme.
Right.
Micros and lightnings are, extras. They're bonuses that a lot of people either kind of received as awards or pre-ordered. And this is part of the kind of a whole kind of security of inventory operation going on here. You see the lady is scanning the serial number on each of these items here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think it is in this box. And then combining that with the master serial number on the outside of the box. You see that label? Oh, you should just turn it around there. But um, these specially designed MAGFAST boxes that are folding in here, they're designed to combine economy with reasonable good looks. This is a shipping box, right? So you want it to look okay, but it's going to get a bit beaten up. But it needs to be super secure and protect everything. And we think we've cracked it with the sort of combination of economy and good looks there.
Yeah,
So
they look great.
yeah, they look fantastic. Now, Kate, once they're all made, and those ones that's one more step after what you saw there, which is that they go into master cartons.
Mm-hmm.
Off the top of my head, I don't know how many of those kits go into a master card. It's probably 8 or something. Is it something like that? So you get 8 of those. Let's say it's 8. You get 8 of those into a larger box, and then that becomes the unit that gets shipped. And these are all being flown in, which matters for a reason that we'll show you in just a second, because I'm trying to think what order to tell the story. And there's just so many things that have been happening over the last few days. Basically, we were ready to get this largest batch ever out, and a bug came up with I think it's a Samsung. Was it A22? Is that the name of the phone?
Yep, the A22. Yep.
Samsung A22, which is a sort of fairly common mid-range Samsung phone, and it was killing us because it's a fairly common phone. It's refusing to charge. We're like, oh my God, we've missed something, and this went on and on, over and over, different cycle tests, changes to the firmware, right, Kate? Tell us how the problem was finally solved.
Well, we did lots and lots of testing. Actually, part of the problem was solved just by upgrading the Samsung phones that we had. So the firmware.
That was the final piece. But here was the trick. It turns out when you upgrade a Samsung phone, it doesn't take you all the way up to now. It just takes you like to the next step along the way, I guess. I don't quite understand it. So we had upgraded the phones and it didn't fix the problem. So we figured, well, it might, so we went back to trying to figure out what we'd done wrong over and over, multiple tests. How many times did you stay up overnight, Kate?
Well, we worked for 24 hours straight from like 4 a.m. to 4 a.m., working with the good people in Shenzhen. It was wonderful, but it was rough. It was some rough times.
It's one of those things. We've all done it from time to time in our lives. This amazing camaraderie. Everyone's exhausted, but we're going to get there. We're going to get there. But anyway, the solution to the Samsung thing was a further upgrade, getting it up to now. It was actually a Samsung problem. But we're in this position. We're going to be shipping, thousands and thousands, actually tens of thousands of these units out. And if we send it out with a bug, we're going to be spoiling the experience for a lot of people. So anyway, it turned out it was Samsung's issue, not ours. Then Kate and that team were finally catching a little bit of sleep the day before yesterday. I get a phone call. They say, "Yeah, in fact, let's run the other film because we're going to see this." But basically, they couldn't ship them out because most of these kinds of units. Philip, just run the film when you have it ready, please. Most of these units get shipped out by sea, and they're allowed to be charged up to 80%. But because we want to get them to you as quickly as possible,
right.
These are being flown out, and therefore they have to be at only 30% charge. We'll come to that in just a second. But here's the mini cables. Can you tell which is which from here? One's lightning and one
lightning on the left, and he'll flip it over and it'll be on the right.
Yeah. Okay. So that's lightning on the left and micro on the right. They flipped him over there, and yeah, you can definitely see that lightning is now on the right because you see all those words up at the top there. That's Apple insisting on all that wording. Here's a look at the serial number system. If you have Transparency app, the Amazon Transparency app loaded on your phone, you can scan that off your screen. Oh, you can wind it back and scan it off your screen.
Go back and watch it later and scan it.
That is you'll scan that and it will show it as an authentic a certified by Amazon authentic item from MAGFAST. Not
Mm-hmm.
familiar. Transparency is this very important new program to try and get rid of counterfeits, and we've baked transparency in right the way through. There you
Yep.
can see the serial number Afroz is showing us. Afroz is part of our team for the last 5 years, 6 years.
He's
Based in
wonderful. I love him.
yeah, based in Shanghai, just amazing. And above that, you can see our fingerprint in the top half, which is wholly owned by us and trademarked for
Mm-hmm.
service and security. And Afroz is, I guess, pointing out that this is a serial number. So let's open the box. What's in the box, Kate?
I believe it will be a life, which I'm very excited. There's our collateral. That will be the first thing that you see, which is beautiful, by the way. Of course, Amy helped work on that.
Yeah, that's the little cardboard sleeve, super premium. You can't really see it there, but it's got through that little um, through that little semicircle, you see a little dot that encourages you to pull it out.
Yep.
And the lower
Life.
one is just some compliance stuff, right? You know, the kind of legal stuff. But look at that one on the right, Kate. Talk us through that.
Beautiful. That is our collateral that will, walk you through your life unit, and it has, it looks so good. So you'll definitely please read that when you get it. Read that, learn it, then use your life unit. It's some important stuff in there.
Okay. Now
Ooh,
it comes
beautiful.
the product.
In there, nice and snug.
And again, there's we're on the front of it here. It comes with this sort of super glossy protection. There's a little
Mm-hmm.
triangle. Little triangle
Rectangle.
cutout in the front there, a mystery triangle cutout.
Rectangle.
Can you guess what the rectangle is? And there you can see it's charged to 30%. So this was
Mm-hmm.
a crazy thing, I guess just over 24 hours ago, where suddenly they're
Yep.
like, oh, it's 80%. You know, can we put it on the airplane? No, you can't. The rules say it can only be 30% on an airplane. So they had
Yep.
to do an operation in this enormous room where, I don't know how many units, so crazy numbers of units were all being drained down to 30% simultaneously.
Yep.
Here's
There's
extreme now. By the way, I
extreme.
apologize for the focus going in and out here. This inspection camera is a little bit skittish.
It's wonky.
Yeah.
Oh God, they look so good though. And notice he's wearing gloves. He's making sure that no fingerprints get on your boxes. No, just nothing. Just extreme care is
Yeah.
what they're all practicing, which is great.
And to be so that open box inspection, the OBI, that is done from a random sampling. Okay, so out of all the units that are being made, how many did you guys pick out for checking?
36.
36. So 36 were
Mhm.
taken off the line, opened up again in order to check them out. They obviously had to be, there was some some reboxing had to be done. The cling film had to be
Shrink wrap.
not cling film. That's what you
Shrink
put.
wrap.
That's where you put your leftover turkey in cling film, don't you? In the shrink wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to mix those up.
No.
And we're definitely sending people charges, not leftover. Right. Okay. Yeah. So there's, and then it's all packaged up beautifully. And man, we have a lot of catching up to do. There's no doubt about it. But I hope, I think most people who join us for this broadcast have been with us for a while and have been kind enough to believe us when we're saying we're working to do it right. And I hope the film you just saw is just gives you a little bit a little bit deeper understanding of the amount of work that it takes. And the thing about this manufacturing is that you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait and you wait. And then we've done smaller batches in the past, but then suddenly when mass manufacturing starts, it goes. And I've got, yeah. This isn't. We're not really talking about Lux this week, but I mean this just arrived, and this is a box completely full of the little Lux the adapters, the USB-A adapters.
Yay!
We said, well, send a box over, so I have some, and now there's kind of 500 of the things, and it's far too many. We've got to pack them up and send 475 of them someplace else.
Yeah.
By the way, I do think on those it's worth having plenty of them around the house, so you just have them plugged in around the house, and then your cable just goes in anywhere
Yeah,
you
for
want.
sure.
Yeah. So I hope that was interesting for you folks. We're going to, as things continue to ramp up, we're going to do more to get, more of that kind of stuff kind of over here. It's been a little bit challenging with the pandemic and so on and so on and so on. But it's just super exciting to watch that stuff, isn't it?
Yes, I'm excited, and I know that we're going to get some great feedback from this because people just love videos from the factory. They love seeing what we're doing, and so I think this was great. People are going to love it.
Fantastic. Some lovely comments on the screen there. Someone saying that it's worth waiting to have it done right, or words to that effect.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. All right. So we've got to do the secret word.
Yes.
Where are my notes here? The secret word.
The secret word. Oh, Philip put it up. It is approved. Approved because all of our out-of-box inspections were approved, and we are good to go.
Yeah. So you're going to go to magfast.com/fun. Magfast, of course, MAGFAST, magfast.com/fun. And just click from there. You're going to put the secret word, this week's secret word, which is approved in there. That'll get you 3 extra chances in this month's $1,000 tech draw. And you could join the esteemed list of winners, which now includes...
Oh, yes. Okay, this month's winner is Mike Anthony of Chantilly, Virginia. Congratulations, Mike. Yay!
All right, Mr. Chantilly, well done. Congratulations. You're going to work with Kate to figure out exactly what stuff you want, get some MagFast stuff, get some other tech goodies. That's the best combo, is like some great MagFast stuff and some, and some cool stuff to charge. Yeah,
exactly.
magfast.com/fun, and the word is approved.
Approved. And
email us if they want to, right, Kate?
Of course. Just you can always email us at hello@magfast.com.
Folks, they can tweet us if they want to, right?
Yes, they can tweet us also at GetMagFast.
Can they visit us on Facebook? Are we on Facebook?
Yes, we're at facebook.com/magfast as well.
What about Instagram? I bet we're not on Instagram, are we?
We are at MagFast.
Oh, and of course, youtube.com/magfast, where so many people have subscribed. We recently burst through some imaginary YouTube barrier of 10,000. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
You're awesome. And we're always changing charging for, we're in all those places, and we're always changing charging for good on your desktop, your tablet, your smartphone, and more at magfast.com. And right here, almost every week, for MagFast Live.